Hi there, this is Margit from CRIMINOLOGYWeb.com, and in this video I'll answer the question of what is criminology? One question that I get asked a lot is what criminology is. Criminology is the scientific study of several different aspects of crime. Namely, first, the nature and extent of crime. This asks questions such as how much crime is there in our society, what crime types are there, etc. A second field is the causes of crime, and this includes questions like why do some people commit crime and why do others not commit crime, or why does crime happen at some places and not at others. The causes of crime is without a doubt one of the most studied areas in criminology. Another area of criminology is the consequences of crime. Crime affects a large number of people. Offenders and the reasons why they commit crime often receive the bulk of the attention, but many more people are involved in one way or another. Of course, the victims of crime can experience a range of consequences, including potential injuries, psychological consequences, an inability to work or pursue other activities, and financial damages, among others. And besides the victims, the people around them, such as their families, entire communities, and even society as a whole, are affected by crime. Another sub-area is the reactions to crime. This covers responses to crime by law enforcement. For example, it covers the police and how they handle crime, the practices that they use, the decisions that they make while they're doing their job, and the way in which they treat offenders. It also looks at the way in which courts sentence offenders, how judges make decisions and process cases, and whether and how different offenders are treated in different ways. And finally, this subfield focuses on different types of punishment, on what happens after imprisonment, such as when offenders are on parole or on probation, and also on prison life, like on prison practices and how inmates experience day-to-day life in prison. And finally, criminology concerns the prevention of crime. There are many strategies that are claimed to prevent crime, and some of these may be effective, but others may not, and so it requires good research to test out which programs are effective so that we can invest in those and not invest in programs that do not work to reduce crime. One thing that I've always found useful when defining criminology is to see it as an object science. The idea here is that there are many different sciences that study crime, so crime is the object of study across those different sciences. Criminology is very diverse because people look at crime from very different perspectives. For example, lawyers, sociologists, economists, biologists, anthropologists, psychiatrists, psychologists, philosophers, political scientists, and historians have all contributed to criminology, but they all come from their own background and have different views on crime, on methods, and theoretical perspectives. Some people think that that creates problems for criminology because it's very difficult to create a sort of integrative framework. But others think, and I feel that way too, that it makes criminology so interesting because it's so multidisciplinary. Here are a couple of examples of how different disciplines look at crime. When looking at crime from a law perspective, it deals more normatively with the conditions under which punishment may be imposed. Sociology is about groups and social relationships and how crime happens within these relationships, for example in youth groups and gangs. Psychology is all about human behavior and experiences, biology about the natural basic conditions of life, and economics looks, for example, at the costs and benefits of criminal behavior. And history deals with questions like how is the course of crime over the past centuries, how did people deal with offenses in the past, and have there been any changes in what is considered to be a crime? So all of these disciplines offer their own unique lens on crime, and that is what makes criminology so incredibly interesting. For more fascinating criminology and criminal justice stuff, subscribe to this channel and turn on the alarm bell, or go to CRIMINOLOGYWeb.com and find new posts there every week.